Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your tops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the Flow.
And tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty, made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. Pro across from the OSU campus.
40 Joe Radio.
Back at Goss Stadium, a Coleman Breeze, with the Knights kind of trying to get back into their groove. A little bit of a slump, I would say, just based on the usual standards. But to talk to us about that and about his own season so far with the Knights, his own journey in college baseball, is the Knights center fielder, Jonah Advincula. Jonah, it's great to meet you. Thanks for taking time in this pregame show context. First of all, before we get into the particulars about how the season's going in general, let me ask you just how much you're enjoying yourself as a Corvallis Knight. The opportunity that you're having with this group of guys, what's it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been a great experience so far. And I really like all the guys that are on the team right now, all the coaches. They are Joe and Nancy Kloffenstein. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're great people, and they were very welcoming to me. And, yeah, it's like my home away from home.
It's good to know, Jonah. And the opportunity to come up here and play when you're a Northern California, Santa Clara, Archbishop Mitty High School, San Jose, and then down to University of Redlands. What do you make of life in Oregon and playing summer ball in Oregon?
Oh, it's a little bit different than the rat race of California. Yeah, definitely. But I love it here. It's everyone's really nice, really welcoming, and it's a very different kind of relaxed feel versus the feel like the Bay Area and as well as Southern California, I would say.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know that Knights fans, and I know that I get into call games, I've enjoyed watching you play. You have elite speed. You're fun to watch. I saw that you stole 28 bags this past spring. That's a lot of them. Tell me a little bit about the mentality you take in running the bases.
Yeah, no, it's all about being aggressive on the bases. Coach Knight really preaches that for us. We like to take the extra 90. But it was a really good thing for me this year to run the bases hard, take advantage, try to get 90 feet whenever I could to help the team score another run.
You had a big year, too, at Redlands. I mean, a lot of your names now etched at the top of a lot of single seasons lists. Tell me a little bit about the year you had and how excited you are about what's ahead.
Yeah, no, it was a really fun season. Worked really hard, and it paid off, and it was great to see, great to have that success. But it was all just playing hard, and it worked out well for me. So I'm glad that happened.
Jonah Advincula, my pregame show guest. Jonah, tell me a little bit about the season. I know that even a summer season, which is short in a sense, also has some ebbs and flows and some ups and downs. You guys right now, after getting out to such a great start, seem to have maybe flattened out a little bit right now. It's a long season. You're still in first place. But what do you kind of see going on over these last 8 or 9 years?
Yeah, I know it's just how baseball goes sometimes. Yesterday didn't really go our way. But, yeah, just it's great that we have another day to play and time to bounce back against Port Angeles and just show them what we got. Yeah.
The sense I get is it's important to you that just coasting along through the summer, that isn't what you do here. You're here to win. You're here to work on your game. Tell me a little bit about how the two go together. Trying to have a winning season, win another championship, but also work on your individual game at the same time.
Yeah, no doubt. We're not really relaxed around here. We get to the field early. We have early work, and we work really hard every single day, even though we could just be on cruise control and just play every game. But no, we really try to reset every day with come to the field with a good mindset and, work hard and try to win every game.
Jonah, last thing, and that is I had the pleasure of meeting your mom, Carol, a few days back. She said there's a lot of family, people who love you, follow you, care about you, watching the live stream of the games, not only in this country, Southern California, but from all over. Tell me a little bit about the importance of that support and who it is that's sort of following you and where.
Yeah, so in California, I have family out in Monterey, my aunts and uncles out there from my dad's side, and then in Southern California, I have my girlfriend and her family supporting me. San Jose, California, my grandparents. And then I also have family out in England supporting me too, and some family out in the Midwest, some cousins. And yeah, it's really great to have everyone text game and seeing that they watch the stream. So it's really cool to have people all over the country and nation and world.
Well, they, like me, enjoy watching you play, and so you're easy to like. And so I appreciate you taking time, Jonah. Congratulations on the great season at Redlands, the season you're having here, and the rest of the way this summer. I appreciate meeting you. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Really enjoyable young man to have on the club, and glad that his family is listening around the world. Thanks to all of you for listening tonight, wherever you may be. In England or the Midwest or Monterey, Southern California, as the great Bill Schonley would say, wherever you may be. Thank you for following Jonah and the Knights as we get ready. Now, Amy was giving me some information. Okay, thank you, and that was 2 days ago. Okay, thank you very much. Some unfinished business off air. Amy Weiss, Sean's mom. We expect to see Sean in tonight's ballgame. It's the Port Angeles Lefties, Sean's Golden Tate. Golden has some broadcast responsibilities, I'm told, and will not be returning to the until the 8th of July. So a week from tonight, he's expected back in the baseball fold. The 33-year-old former Pro Bowler and NFL wide receiver Golden Tate has played in 5 games, was hitting .263, but he's sitting this one out and has the last few ball games. So Joey Gartrell, the starting pitcher for the Knights, will not deal with the former Pro Bowler. He does deal with Adam Paganelli. Leading things off, the center fielder. Adam swings and misses, and we're underway. The strike one pitch is fouled into the netting, and Joey quickly ahead of the count to Paganelli, the center fielder for the Lefties, leading off. Batting second is Ethan Floodstrom in left. Riley Parker hitting third at short. And we didn't get a chance to go over. I did not. I will do this tomorrow. I entrusted it to someone else and came back in some of the names that I asked about. So I know I've got to do it on my own. Good fastball on the strike two pitch to Paganelli, taken. Strike three called. Good job by Joey Gartrell, setting a tone. A 3-pitch strikeout of Paganelli. Ethan Floodstrom coming to the plate. He is the left fielder. But anyhow, Weston Penninger, or Penninger, I'm going to go with Penninger for the moment, batting fourth at catching. Mason Persons batting fifth at third base. Here's another one now, batting sixth at second base. I'm going to go with Anthony Kodami, but it could be Kodame, it could be Kodami. I understand all of the permutations that are possible. I'm going to go with Kodami batting sixth at second. Wolfler batting seventh at first base. Travis Helm hitting eighth, the DH. Jesh Leckie batting ninth and right. Floodstrom hit the first pitch foul to left, and now the strike one pitch he lifts to left field where Titus Dimitru shades the sun with his throwing hand, his right hand, and then waits for the ball to settle into his glove. Nicely done by Titus Dimitru. 2 down in the top of the first inning. And Riley Parker to the plate, the shortstop.
Riley out of Cal State San Bernardino, and from Earl Averill Country, Snohomish, Washington. 2 down, nobody on. The first pitch from Joey Gartrell is his first ball of the evening. Down and away. He has been filling up the zone to the first 2 hitters, 2 quick outs. Joey Gartrell and Tyler Quinn, the Knights' battery in this series opener. Fastball on the corner, 1-1 the count to Parker. Around the infield, Kiko Romero at first, Eli Kennel at second, Xander Darby at short, Mason Lee at third, Dimitru in left, Jonah Advincula in center, Ethan Lovelace in right. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back. Gartrell setting a good tempo, and indeed throwing strikes, pounding the zone, and is ahead of the count, 1-2. Joey making his 5th appearance, his second start with the Knights. 8 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. The big right-hander ready, delivers, got him swinging with a breaking ball, and it's a great start for Joey and the Knights, who are kind of in a slump by their standards. The Knights have dropped 5 of their last 9 games, and so they want to kind of get right this weekend and hope to against Port Angeles, and to that end, a good start for Gartrell. He retires the side in order with 2 punch-outs. We go to the bottom of the first, a 2-minute break between half innings, and back to see how the Knights fare against a local kid in Hunter Kirkpatrick. Coming up after 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
The versatile Kubota B Series is a do-it-all tractor, part of our under 100 and rated #1 for reliability. You can run powerful attachments that can be easily switched out. The Kubota B Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make it for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the first inning. Jonah Advincula, Mason Lee, and Kiko Romero coming up. We'll look at the Knights lineup against Hunter Kirkpatrick out of Crescent Valley High School. Good conversation I enjoyed with Cliff Kirkpatrick, the outstanding journalist of the Gazette-Times through the years, covered Oregon State sports. His son Hunter went to Crescent Valley and will be moving on to his 3rd college this fall. He misses to Jonah Advincula. The 1-0 pitch, a bunt to the left of the mound. Kirkpatrick comes off, fields and fires, and throws it away, overthrowing first baseman Will Mulfler. And Advincula is aboard. We'll wait and see how it's scored, but I think Advincula was perhaps going to beat it anyway, even if Kirkpatrick threw a strike to Mulfler. A nice job by Anthony Kodami. And if there's anybody from the Port Angeles world who can proffer a correction or two along the way for some of these names, I'll have them by tomorrow. Just not enough time to do all the things I wanted to do once I found them before the game. It's an old theme. Mason Lee, the batter. Advincula goes. The pitch is high and inside, and Jonah is in safely on cue. Based on our pregame conversation, I talked to Jonah about the importance of speed in his game, and he wastes no time. On the first pitch to the plate, after his bunt single, he steals second. And that's a contribution, once again, by our friends at Community Outreach, Inc. and Pape Material Handling. They've teamed up to support our community, and every stolen base helps our local community lead healthy and productive lives. To learn more about the One Step Closer to Home initiative, visit corvallisnights.com/COI. Our thanks to Pape Material Handling and Community Outreach, Inc. Mason Lee taking high and inside, ball 2-0 from Hunter Kirkpatrick. The right-hander out of CV delivers a slider. Good pitch for a strike to Mason. 2-1 the count. Advincula with the bunt single, starting the night as the team's leading hitter at .326. Mason Lee standing in at .288. No score, bottom of the first inning. Joey Gartrell retired the lefties in order. The Knights already have a man at second with nobody out, and Advincula's going to third, and the pitch is high, and the throw to third is not in time. Jonah Advincula with 2 steals in the inning after a bunt single. Throwback baseball. Baseball that Heine Manouche or Wee Willie Keeler a bunt single and 2 stolen bases. Feels more like 1896. Kirkpatrick could be dealing with a little bit of nervousness. He's pitching in his hometown. Sure, he has a lot of family and friends here. He's making his 5th start. He's worked 20 innings, allowed 20 hits. He's walked 5, struck out 16, a record of 1-1, and an earned run average of 3.60. First and third, nobody out as the Knights trying to shake themselves a little bit after losing 3-1 in 2 of the last 3 games to the Springfield Drifters. The game in between, a 14-run win, a 14-run game with a 10-run 6th inning, a 14-2 win here in the last home game 2 nights ago. Now trying to get off to a good start tonight. Kiko Romero takes high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Kiko swings and doesn't get Kirkpatrick's next offering. 1-1 to Kiko, hitting .294, a team leading 4 homers, 12 runs batted in. Titus Dumitru on deck. Jonah Advincula at third, Mason Lee at first, nobody out. 1-1 to Kiko Romero. Hunter Kirkpatrick delivers. Kiko, a ground ball wide of first, picked up by Mofler, goes to Parker for 1, on to first, not in time. On the play, Jonah Advincula comes down the line to score. The Knights lead it 1-0. Kiko Romero picks up the run batted in on the fielder's choice, 3-6. 1 away. And the batter will be Titus Dumitru out of Lynn Benton Community College. 1-0 Knights. Advincula in center field, Lee in the 2-hole at third, Romero batting third at first, Titus the cleanup hitter in left, Eli Kennel batting 5th at second base, Brady Lavoie, the DH, hitting 6th. The first pitch missing low and in to Titus Dumitru. Batting 7th for the Knights, Xander Darby at shortstop. Hitting 8th and catching, Tyler Quinn. Batting 9th in right field, Ethan Lovelace. Hunter Kirkpatrick back to the plate. There goes Kiko, and no throw from the catcher Weston Penninger. And Kiko Romero has a stolen base, and the Knights have 3 in the inning. 3 more contributions via Pape Material Handling to Community Outreach, Inc., with the Knights taking liberties here in the bottom of the first inning on the base paths. That's Kiko's 3rd stolen base. Advincula with his 2 now has 8. 1-0 Knights, bottom of the first inning. 1-1 to Dumitru. Big curveball from Hunter Kirkpatrick. This is high, ball 2. 2-1. Hunter began his collegiate career out of Crescent Valley High School at College of Idaho, then transferred to San Diego City College, and this fall will be at Emory and Henry College in Emory, Virginia. I will say that's a new one on me. Emory and Henry College Emory, Virginia. He delivers in the turf, ball 3-1. He's off to a tough start back in his hometown trying to fill up the zone. 1-0 Knights. The 3-1 pitch is instead a bluff by Hunter Kirkpatrick, keeping an eye on Kiko Romero at second. But the Knights have stolen 3 bases. Kirkpatrick has done very well and has been pitching good baseball this summer. His 3-1 pitch drills Dimitru. And again, it's hard for me to imagine, based on looking at his overall numbers, that he isn't dealing to some extent with some nerves. That's his third hit batsman. He'd had only 5 walks in 20 innings coming in, and solid numbers, an ERA of 3.60. But maybe, just maybe, back in his hometown and in a ballpark often to watch the Beavers while his father was covering them for the Corvallis Gazette-Times. Hunter having a difficult start tonight. Down 1-0, so he can still minimize damage. Eli Kennel steps in, a local kid out of Santiam Christian. He hits a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Kiko Romero rounding third on his way to the plate. He will score, and on the throw through to the plate, racing into third is Titus Dimitru. The Knights lead it 2-0. Eli Kennel wasting no time, having an outstanding summer in his own right. Starting the night at 289, picks up his club-leading 15th run batted in. He homered here 2 nights ago. First and third, 1 out. So the sacrifice fly is still in play for Brady Lavoie, who steps in with runners at the corners. 2-0 Knights in the bottom of the first inning. Brady at 222. With a homer and 4 runs batted in. A throw to first base, and even that was a little bit errant. Hunter just having a tough time even on the bunt play. He overthrew his first baseman. He has not had good control, and he is paid a price for it. Down 2-0 here early. Lavoie whacks the first pitch into center field for a base hit. Dimitru trots home. Eli Kennel stops at second. Brady Lavoie an RBI single. The Knights lead it 3-0. It's the kind of start the Knights were looking for after getting handcuffed last night down in Springfield, losing the rubber game to the Drifters 3-1 after losing the first game to the Drifters 3-1. To get that series started on Tuesday, came home here, won big Wednesday, lost last night. Now the Knights kind of shaking themselves, as I mentioned, trying to get usual form and off to a good start. The head coach heads out to the mound. Matt Greeley, who has been a coach at Arizona Western and at Everett Community College as a pitching coach. Walla Walla Community College he competed at himself, and is now an assistant at NJIT in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey. A New Jersey Institute of Technology assistant coach. He visits with Hunter Kirkpatrick, trying to help Hunter get settled in and hope that Hunter can stay around a while, pitching before. Not been a good outing thus far for Hunter. The Knights lead it 3-0, have runners at first and second, with 1 out for Xander Darby, who steps in for the Knights. Xander at 216, 7 runs batted in. Eli Kennel at second, Brady Lavoie at first, 1 out. Hunter delivers, and the first pitch missing down and away to Xander Darby. 1 ball and no strikes the count. T-shirt night at the ballpark tonight. Mini bat giveaway night tomorrow night. The first 250 fans will receive Knights mini bats. The next pitch is in the turf. Good block by Weston Penninger. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Hunter Kirkpatrick turns his back on home plate. From Corvallis to College of Southern Idaho to San Diego and now to Emory, Virginia in his baseball journey. The runners go, the 2-0 pitch. The throw to third is in time, and the Knights' Eli Kennel trying to steal third base and was going on his own. The trail runner Lavoie into second, but Eli Kennel is caught 2-5. To the well perhaps one too many times, and now Brooke Knight comes over with 2 down in the inning. A count of 2 balls and a strike. Brooke wants to talk to Eli here about, I'm not exactly sure, of course. I don't know what they're chatting about, but Brooke is taking time for a one-on-one with Eli within the Knights' dugout at the moment. My sense is that you've got to be really sure about that. You've given a guy that's struggling a free out, in a sense. The 2-1 pitch to Xander Darby swung on and fouled back. Now, Eli has watched the other Knights runners in the inning take liberties, 3 stolen bases, and I'm sure that Eli felt that he, with his athleticism and pretty decent wheels, would be able to get out and get in safely to third. But he was thrown out easily. Breaking ball a little bit high. And the count goes full, 3-2 to Xander Darby, with the Knights leading 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Eli Kennel getting thrown out, attempting to steal third. The 3-2 pitch taken low and inside to Xander for ball 4. And Tyler Quinn will be the hitter. Tyler Quinn will step in. The Knights with runners at first and second. Brady Lavoie getting his lead from second base. Xander Darby drawing the walk from first. And now Tyler Quinn at the plate. First pitch to Tyler. Misses a little high and inside. Ball 1, 1-0. Tyler starting the night at .321. Batted in. Tyler takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike with Ethan Lovelace on deck. 3-0 Knights in the bottom of the first inning. I'm hoping, in a sense, for Hunter, even though I'd like to see the Knights keep rolling the number. You understand that. But for his sake, back in his hometown, that if he's able to minimize, that's not a bad thing, and try to be able to pitch on a little longer tonight. Coming back to his hometown. He misses inside to Tyler Quinn. Ball 2, 2-1. 2 on, 2 out, 3 runs in here in the bottom of the first. Hunter to the plate, and that misses inside. So it is just not his night from a command standpoint. 2 walks, a hit batter. He's given up 3 hits, and while he was not charged with an error, he overthrew his first baseman wildly on a bunt play. Now the 3-1 pitch to Tyler Quinn, chased and missed. Tyler helping out a strike. Ethan Lovelace on deck. Tyler, the 8th man to come to the plate in the inning. The Knights starting the night with a 1-game lead over Bend in the South, 1.5 up on Ridgefield. The runners go on the 3-2 pitch, taken a little bit high and inside. Ball 4 to load them up. 3 walks and a hit batter in the inning. And Ethan Lovelace to the plate with his walk-up song. Bobby Merwin, our public address announcer, says the walk-up song brings a smile to your face, does it not? You know, it kind of does. Thank you, Bobby. The late Whitney Houston, and she wants to dance with somebody. So my wife and a good friend saw her in concert and said that on that song, Whitney just had the crowd going absolutely crazy at then in a venue known as the Rose Garden. Put on a tremendous show, and that song was the hit of the night, she said. Ethan Lovelace takes a strike, 0-1 the count. Bases loaded, 2 down, 3-0 Knights. The strike 1 pitch is lined into center field, base hit. Lavoie scores, Xander Darby right behind him. He scores, Ethan Lovelace, a 2-run single And the Knights are busting it open here early in the bottom of the first. They lead it 5-0. The last time the Knights played here, they had a 10-run sixth inning. They're halfway there here in the first inning tonight. And Jonah Advincula, who got it all started with a bunt single earlier in the inning, back to the plate again with a chance to pick up his second hit and an RBI. This time, though, he hits a chopper back of first. Will Moeffler gets to the bag just ahead of the hustling Jonah Advincula to retire the side. But a great first inning. And what appears to be a good night for the Corvallis Knights after a 3-1 defeat last night in Springfield. They score 5 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They leave 2. And we go to the second. Good start for the Knights in this 3-game homestand against Port Angeles. The Knights 5 and the Lefties nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
A drip, drip down the drain, or a leak you can't explain.
Whether it's residential or commercial service, Albin's Plumbing has been serving the local area with quality products and craftsmanship for over 40 years. At Albin's Plumbing, experience plus knowledge times teamwork equals exceptional customer service.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing.
Looking for someone to service your Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, air-cooled or water-cooled, Independent Auto Works can help. Give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works. We set them up, you knock them down. Highland Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the second inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Corvallis Knights lead the Port Angeles Lefties by a score of 5-0. Joey Gartrell delivers a first pitch strike to Weston Penninger. The strike one pitch is in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. How are you, Casey? Good to see you. Good to have Casey at the ballpark tonight here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. 0-2 to Weston, 5-0 Knights. Joey Gartrell retired the side in order with 2 strikeouts in the first, and he's off to a great start here in the second. The strike 2 pitch swung out and missed, and Weston Penninger goes down out of Flower Mound, Texas, and Howard College, a junior college in Big Spring, Texas. Again, new names on yours truly. Texas takes in a lot of territory, so there's a lot of cities I've never heard of, and that's one of them, Big Spring and Howard College. Down goes Penninger. Here's Mason Persons in the first pitch to Mason. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to the right-hand hitting third baseman, Mason Persons from Edmonds Community College, and the hero last night up at Civic Field in Port Angeles. The strike one pitch taken for strike 2. Mason wasn't so sure about it. Turned and a little bit of a grimace towards the home plate umpire. A walk-off pinch hit single last night for Masons, with Port Angeles defeating the Nanaimo Owls. The strike 2 pitch hit off the end of the bat slowly to second, charged by Eli Kennel. Picks it up and throws to first, 2 down. And I'm going to see how Bobby renders this one, because it's one of those mysterious names. I've got Kodami, but Bobby is about to say it. He goes with Kadoma. There's no O in there anywhere. I've got Kodami. I'm going to find out tomorrow. My apologies to the Kodami, Kadoma, Kodame family. But the coach said, okay, here are the names. And this, I have to put this on Coach Greeley. because he said, okay, we got 5 or 6, and he marked off 5 or 6 names, and he said, here's how to pronounce these. And he left alone this one. Now, to me, Kodame would require a pronunciation guide. Anthony fouls it to the left and out of play. Now, the strike one pitch taken, strike 2. 0-2 the count to Anthony. And that's what I go with for now, is until I learn. And my apologies for not getting on the field before the game to find out. I'll know by the morrow. Kodame, the second baseman, at the plate with a count of no balls and 2 strikes. Pops one up into shallow left field. Dimitru dives, can't get it. Then backed up by Advincula, bobbles it and has no play at second. Anthony Kodame, a 2-out bloop double to center field, and Titus Dimitru making a mistake to leave his feet. He needed to be sure that Advincula was in good shape to back him up, and Jonah had too much turf to cover to get there. So he needs to refrain from leaving his feet on that particular play because there's too much risk involved, the risk-reward out of proportion. Now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 down for Will Moeffler, the right-handed hitter. 5-0 Knights in the second. Moeffler swings, hits one off the end of the bat, slowly Kennel's way. Eli underhands to first, just in time to get Will Moeffler to retire the side. I am hoping somewhere along the way to learn if Will, over these next 3 ball games, if Will Moeffler could perhaps be related to the late outstanding journalist Bill Moeffler, who wrote for the Oregonian for many years. We lost him a couple of years ago. When I see the name Moeffler and I see Will Moeffler, I'm wondering if there might be a relationship to the outstanding writer. We are through 1.5, no runs, a hit, 1 left. It remains the Knights 5 and Lefties nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
I was there in the living room reading a book when I heard a terrible sound.
When are you going to start planting those trees and getting the backyard ready for our daughter's wedding?
I'll do it, but not today.
I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
That's good to know.
I know the guys at Philomath Rental, they'll show me what to do. And since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today.
Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
1240 Joe Radio.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. The home plate umpire has wandered over to the Port Angeles Lefties bench and said that's enough. They've complained about what they figure to be a squeezing of the right-handed pitcher, Hunter Kerr. And just judging by the early returns, I kind of understand the nature of the beef. It's felt that way a little bit as we go to the bottom of the second. 5-0 Knights. Mason Lee leading things off. A count of 1-2 spins away from the Kirkpatrick breaking ball to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Glad to know in this good crowd on this Friday night T-shirt night that Adley Rice is celebrating his 2nd birthday in the ballpark tonight. Happy birthday to Adley, 2 years of age, born 2 years ago on July 1st. And so when I asked Jonah, Papa, the proud Papa, Was he named for, and before I even finish the question, yes, he was named for Adley Rutschman. Now, that's a cool thing. There were a lot of people in Baltimore who had children that they named Brooks back in the day for the great Brooks Robinson. The 3-2 pitch, a line drive speared by Anthony Kadami, if we have that right. Nice catch by Anthony, one away. And Kiko Romero will come to the plate. Mason Lee, by the way, had walked in the first. Kiko, an RBI and a fielder's choice in the Knights' 5-run first inning. Kiko stands in against Hunter Kirkpatrick, who survived the ordeal. Off speed, a little cue ball rolled slowly to third. Mason Persons charges, gloves, and throws out Kiko. 2 down. A lot of English on that ball as it rolled toward Persons' glove. Nice play by Mason, and Titus Dimitru will be the hitter in a decidedly different kind of inning thus far, unfolding in the second than last inning when the Knights scored 5 times, sent 10 men to the plate. Quickly 2 down. Titus Dimitru, the hitter. That is quite a tribute for a great Oregon State fan in Jonah Rice, whose brother Caleb got us going on the live stream here a couple of weeks back. The 1-0 pitch on the way, a ground ball to the right of the second baseman Kodami. Up with it, overhands to first, and Hunter Kirkpatrick, I'm glad to say, did survive that first inning. It was an ordeal, 5 runs and 4 hits, but he comes back and sets down the Knights in order in the second. But not much of a greater tribute in life than naming your child after someone. And young Adley Rice, named for Adley Rutschman, celebrating his 2nd birthday here at Goss Stadium tonight. Through 2, the Knights 5, and Port Angeles nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
This is Oscar at the Natty Dresser. Join us for our July 1st Friday celebration from 5 to 7 p.m. The theme this month is Red, White, and Blues. What a great way to start the Independence Day weekend. Sample refreshments, enjoy live music with Lona Capaci, shop our in-store specials, and get a gift with purchase. Remember, there are several other shops in downtown Albany that will be staying open late for the festivities. First Friday, this Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Natty Dresser, located at 2nd and Broad Albin Street in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights!
1240 Joe Radio.
Travis Helm leading things off for the Port Angeles Lefties in the top of the third, 5-0 Knights. Joey Gartrell has worked the count to 1-2 against the designated hitter. Delivers a 2-hopper to the left of Xander Darby from behind the bag, fields and throws to first to get Helm. Good play by Xander, ranging to his left, 1 away in the top of the third, and Jesh Leckie will come to the plate, the right fielder. Now, Jesh goes to New Mexico Military Institute in Roswell, New Mexico. Right-handed hitter takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. 1-0. Leckie hitting 146 at the start of the night with a couple of runs batted in. 5-0 Corvallis, top of the third inning. Game 1 of the 3-game series. Game 2 tomorrow night, 6:35. Sunday night, the 3rd of July. A 7:05 start with a fireworks extravaganza after the game presented by Oregon State Credit Union. Leckie fouls one into Urchin Alley. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Gartrell back to the plate. Joey's fast one up and in, bending Jesh off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Joey holds the ball in his right hand while reading his battery mate Tyler Quinn. Now rocks, kicks, and delivers, and the fastball fouled straight back. Gartrell evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gartrell out of the University of Portland, 40 innings pitched this past spring, and from Sean Weiss country, Canby High School. Probably we'll see another Canby Cougar before the night's over. 2-2 pitch, a ground ball on the breaking ball to Mason Lee. The Knights' third baseman is up with it and throws over to first. 2 away, and Adam Paganelli, who opened the game with a 3-pitch strikeout, will come up for the Port Angeles Lefties. 2 down and nobody on. Mini bat giveaway night tomorrow night. Fireworks then on Sunday, 7:05. First pitch to Paganelli. Swung on and missed. This is a good outing for Joey Gartrell thus far. The right-hander, indeed, filling up the zone. They only hit Anthony Kodami a bloop double to left center field last inning. The strike 1 pitch on the outside corner. Strike 2. And I think, again, that's a little bit of where the grievance that head coach Matt Greeley might have shared from the dugout comes in. That pitch, Hunter Kirkpatrick has not been given in the same way. The strike 2 pitch is hooked to left field in the sun. Titus Dimitri, though, finds it, moves in and over a few steps to make the catch. It's another 1-2-3 frame for Joey Gartrell, and we're through 2.5. The Knights 5 and the Lefties nothing. On 1240, Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
If you're fed up with dirty grout lines, maybe it's time to consider cultured marble. Hi, I'm Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is, no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our showroom on 9th Street in Corvallis and see the beautiful look of cultured marble.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need. Bill Head. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the third inning, 5-0 Corvallis. Eli Kennel, Brady Lavoie, and Xander Darby against Hunter Kirkpatrick out of Crescent Valley High School. First pitch to Kennel, a ground ball wide of first, fielded by Mopler. Underhands to Hunter Kirkpatrick, covering, who misses the bag on the tag. And it's just not something off for Hunter tonight. He's mad at himself and talking to himself as he heads back to the dugout. He came over to receive the underhanded toss from Will Muffler, and according to the base umpire, Hunter missed the bag in trying to kind of tap dance towards it, and Eli Kennel is aboard. Now, Matt Greeley comes out he didn't come out heatedly by any means. He kind of walked out slowly just to inquire. And I think wants the base umpire, anyway, to confer with the home plate arbiter to see if the latter might have had a better view of whether or not Kirkpatrick made contact with the bag. I certainly couldn't tell from where I sit. I could tell that Hunter was in a little bit of trouble. And the safe call stands, and Eli Kennel is aboard. An interesting play to score for Brooks Hatch and the folks in the McGrath family press box to my left, in that it's certainly a play on which an out should be recorded. And so an error has been given, and I can imagine it would be to Kirkpatrick for not properly getting the foot down. The underhanded toss was fine. Now Kirkpatrick's pitch to Brady Lavoie hits Brady in the left shoulder. And after a quick 1-2-3 inning in the Kirkpatrick not getting the foot down on the bag at first has opened the door for some more miseries here in the third with the error. A hit batter sending Lavoie down to first and Xander Darby to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. Xander drew a walk and scored in the Knights' 5-run first. Hunter walked 3, hit 1 in that inning. He's hit his second batter here tonight. 2 on and nobody out. The pitch to Darby is in there for a strike and the count 0-1. We have been mentioning on the stolen bases, Pape Material Handling. Knights baseball also presented by Best Western in Corvallis. Stay at your locally owned Best Western when you visit Corvallis. The first pitch is swung on and fouled away, or the 0-1 pitch, no balls and 2 strikes. You'll find that Best Western Corvallis is close to Goff Stadium and have the largest hotel rooms in the city with an outdoor heated pool. Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there. No balls and 2 strikes the count to Xander Darby with 2 on and nobody out. 5-0 Knights in the third. Darby a 2-hopper towards Kodami. He goes to Riley Parker for 1, on to first, not in time. On the fielder's choice, 4-6, Eli Kennel advances to third, and Tyler Quinn will be the hitter. Tyler drew a walk in the first inning. 5-0 Knights in the bottom of the third. Infield will play depth for the Port Angeles Lefties. First and third and 1 out. Xander Darby, the runner at first. Kirkpatrick to the plate. And Tyler rolls one slowly foul Brook Knight's way. No balls and 1 strike the count. Comes a dedicated Knights fan up the steps to the left who was in Springfield last night watching the Corvallis Knights and Springfield Drifters at Hamlin Sports Complex. So he was part of that fledgling franchise of 150. The strike 1 pitch, chopped foul, and the count 0-2. They have a chance, though. I don't bring up the 150 number in any way to speak poorly of what they've got going in Springfield. I think that has a chance to really be a hit in that community. Beautiful ballpark, a nice setting. No balls and 2 strikes the count. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. The count remains 0-2 to Tyler Quinn with the Knights leading 5-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Corvallis Knights T-shirt night. We've got a couple of friends we're going to meet here in a moment who are on a unique journey in the summer of 2022. They'll share it with us when we go to the 4th inning. Breaking ball is whacked into left field, base hit. Coming down the line to score is Xander Darby. Tyler Quinn with the RBI single, and the Knights add to their lead. Now Corvallis 6 and Port Angeles nothing, with Ethan Lovelace, who had a 2-run single in 5-run first inning, coming to the plate. So Eli Kennel coming in to score the unearned run. Xander Darby at second, Tyler Quinn at first. 6-0 Knights, and Ethan Lovelace a 2-run single in the first inning at the plate against the hometown kid, Hunter Kirkpatrick. I feel a little bit for the young man. It has not been a great night just in terms of the little things. he delivers a strike and the count 0-1. This inning, for example, would, I think, look utterly different if he had been able to get his foot down at first base on the toss from Will Moeffler. But he didn't, and so things have happened. And now a big jump from Darby, and he goes in standing at third base and into second base with a slide, just to be sure, Tyler Quinn. 2 more stolen bases for the Knights, who have 5 on the evening. And with each stolen base, a contribution made by Pape Material Handling to Community Outreach, Inc. So a very productive night for the Knights, and that means a productive night for our community as well, thanks to Pape Material Handling. The 1-1 pitch is chased and missed by Ethan Lovelace. The count goes to 1-2. 6-0 Corvallis with 1 out. Coach Greeley choosing to play his infield at normal depth. Jonah Advincula on deck. Xander Darby at third, Tyler Quinn at second. Kirkpatrick works out of the stretch. The righty to the plate, swung out and fouled back. Ethan Lovelace stays alive with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the 4th inning, we'll visit with a gentleman named Matthew Burns, who is on a Pacific Northwest baseball tour with his dad. I think we're the 14th stop on this summer tour of ballparks on this beautiful 1st of July in Corvallis. The next pitch, slap foul. Good job by the left-hand hitting Ethan Lovelace to spoil Hunter Kirkpatrick's potential out pitch. Lovelace still up there with runners at second and third. The Knights leading it 6-0, looking to really break it wide open here in the bottom. And again, we gave you Hunter's numbers coming in. They are way out of proportion to his usual stuff. He has walked 3. He's hit 3. And this is a guy with, generally speaking, good control coming in, and he just hasn't been able to command it tonight. The scoreboard reflects it. He's still out there. Port Angeles, it does not appear to have anyone throwing in the bullpen. There's some stirring around in the pen, but no one actually playing a game of catch. As Jonah Advincula stands in, Jonah waves at the first pitch and ends up falling to one knee after the swing. 0-1 to Jonah. Advincula began the first inning with a bunt single and scored the first of 5 runs. Had 2 stolen bases in the bottom of the first inning. He's up there now with the bases loaded, the infield at double play depth. The strike 1 pitch is ripped into right field. Base hit. Xander Darby scores. Tyler Quinn on his way to the plate. The throw is up the line and not in time. Quinn scores. Into second base on the throw goes Advincula. A 2-run single for Jonah, and the Knights lead it 8-0. Well, Springfield and Hamlin Sports Complex, kryptonite to the Knights the last couple of nights down there. Losing ball games on Tuesday 3-1 and last night 3-1. But the last time the Knights played in this ballpark, they scored 14. And they have 8 runs tonight here in the bottom of the third. A 2-run single. Out to the mound goes Weston Penninger with runners at second and third and 1 out, and Mason Lee the batter. There is somebody, now that I take a closer look through the fence and into the bullpen in left field, there is someone throwing in the bullpen. Penninger out. This could be designed to give, that may be, a little more time to get ready. We may indeed have a pitching change break with Weston Penninger heading back to the home plate area. Matt Greeley hasn't popped out of the dugout yet. Hunter Kirkpatrick, in having a tough night will stay out there a little bit longer. And between innings, I'll make the call and that's coming up here shortly. The pitch on the way, fouled over my head into Urchin Alley and out of play. No balls and a strike to Mason Lee. The Knights, with 5 runs in the first, have scored 3 here in the third and don't appear to be through yet. Ethan Lovelace at third, Jonah Advincula at second, 0-1 to Mason, who's walked and lined out. He hits a ground ball to the left of Riley Parker, who scoops it from behind the bag, throws to first. 1 run comes in. The throw to the plate, though, is in time for the double play. Tyler Quinn Jonah Advincula with the great wheels trying to score from second, but is thrown out. So it is an odd play to be sure. An RBI ground out for Mason Lee, 6-3, and then the throw to the plate results in a double play, 6-3-2. The Knights have indeed busted it open with 4 more runs in the inning. And after 3, it's Corvallis 9 and the Port Angeles Lefties nothing. Back after this 90-second break, 12:40, Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches, and breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
Do you ever experience headaches? Or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
Ethan Floodstrom leading things off as we go to the top of the 4th inning for the Port Angeles Lefties through 3 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Knights 9 runs, 6 hits and no errors. Port Angeles no runs, 1 hit and 1 error. The right-hander Joey Gartrell has fallen behind Floodstrom, 2 balls and no strikes, and now comes to the plate and gets a strike. 2-1 to Ethan, who flied out to left field in the first. Top of the 4th inning, 9-0 Knights. Gartrell in the bright sunlight into the shadows delivers low and inside for ball 4. So it is a leadoff walk to Ethan Floodstrom. Floodstrom out of Tacoma Community College and a hometown kid, Port Angeles High School, where I believe Jack Elway once coached. John Elway spent some time in Port Angeles. Jack Elway once was a head football coach at Port Angeles. Riley Parker, the batter, first ball swinging, a high pop foul on the first base side. Kiko Romero takes charge of it in front of the Port Angeles Lefties dugout and makes the catch. Riley Parker had struck out in his first at-bat. 1 away in the top of the 4th. Weston Penninger, the batter. That I know about Port Angeles. The other thing I know, a couple of other things. It's a beautiful town and a great locale. And it's also a place where the great Raymond Carver lived and worked and wrote many of his tremendous short stories. A pop fly into shallow left field, it'll drop for a base hit. Weston Penninger with a 1-out single sending Floodstrom to second. And Mason Persons, who grounded to second, and the second will be the batter. The library in Port Angeles if I remember correctly from a visit up there 3 years ago, the last time I've been there, has a wing, kind of a Raymond Carver reading room or collections or whatever, something along those lines that honors the great local author. Breaking ball to Mason Persons, swung on and missed, 0-1 the count, 9-0 Knights in the fourth. A Small Good Thing, I believe, is the title of his magnum opus. The strike one pitch just outside and the count 1-1. If you ever get a chance to read that short story by Raymond Carver, A Small Good Thing, do. Because it's a beautiful work of art, and it was written by a guy who hailed for many years from Port Angeles. The 1-1 pitch, a ground ball to the right of Xander Darby, picks it up, goes to second to Kennel for one, and that's all. Good decision by Eli not to make the throw because the second out of the inning, fielder's choice 6-4, 2 down, and Anthony Kodami will be the hitter. A bloop double to center in the second. 9-0 Knights in the fourth, the battery of Joey Gartrell and Tyler Quinn. Kiko Romero at first, Eli Kennel at second, Xander Darby at short, Mason Lee at third. Joey out of the stretch, delivers just outside, ball one to Kodami. In the outfield for the Knights, Titus Dumitru in left, Jonah Advincula in center, Ethan Lovelace in right. First and third, 2 down. Fastball down and in, nice backhand by Tyler Quinn. 2-0 to Anthony Kodami. Joey Gartrell with runners at the corners and 2 down, trying to keep the shutout intact. Delivers low and away, ball 3. 3-0. Will Moeffler on deck. 3 balls and no strikes. The Port Angeles Lefties trying to put a little pressure on the Knights here in the fourth. The 3-0 fastball is down the middle, and the count 3-1. The first of a 3-game series tomorrow night, mini bat giveaway night. The first 250 fans to receive mini bats. The 3-1 pitch, a ground ball to the left of Knight shortstop Xander Darby. He fields and runs it to the bag, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We're going to meet some special guests who are on a Northwest tour of ballparks. Pacific. The Knights 9 and Port Angeles nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order Eugene, Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change?
Go ahead
Get
and put
$20
that on.
off
Can
your
you
next
hear
oil
me?
service
Can
at
you
Dave's
hear me? Go
Performance
ahead and talk to
Hybrids
me for a minute.
Yes,
Matthew.
I can hear you right now.
Okay, very good. Okay, Garrett, we're going to have a guest on. So, okay, here we
Joe
go.
Radio.
Bottom of the fourth inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Knights leading by a score of 9. A rough outing for the starter, Hunter Kirkpatrick, the local kid. Dylan Dybrell out of northern Oklahoma, Enid, a southpaw. Thank you, Amy. Amy Weiss helping me, pointing it out on her program as we were getting A very special guest settled in, a gentleman by the name of Matthew Burns. Kiko Romero taking the 1-1 pitch, swung out and missed. Good pitch delivered by the left-hander Dylan Dybrell. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kiko. Catcher Penninger is high, but Will Mopler able to come down on the bag for the out. 1 away, and Titus Dimitru, the hitter. Well, Matthew Burns joins me. He's from Dublin, California. His father, Tom, lives in beautiful Hood River. And father and son, Matthew and Tom the dad, Matthew the son, mapping the path, June 15th through July 4th. This was the note, Matthew, that Bree, our general manager, Bree Miller, handed me, that you're on a Pacific Northwest baseball tour, and the Knights are on the itinerary. We're grateful for that. The first pitch missing high to Titus Dimitru, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. We're glad we made the cut. How's the tour going?
It's going great. we're seeing 16 games in 16 ballparks in 19 days, and so that includes all 7 minor league ballparks, 7 West Coast League ballparks, the Mariners and the Mavericks League we'll see tomorrow.
So it's not just, you're hitting a lot of different kinds of baseball experiences in the summer, aren't you? The 2-1 pitch, by the way, to Dimitru in there, 2-2 the count. Titus has been hit by a pitch and scored, grounded to second. Dylan Dybrell, with the Knights leading 9-0, delivers a 2-2 fastball on the inside corner. Strike 3 called, 2 down. Eli Kennel, the batter. So how did you map your path and pick out these various cities?
Well, we'd planned to do a trip in 2020. We had tickets planned and everything like that in March when COVID hit, and so we had to shut everything down. In 2021, we couldn't go to Canada, so we decided to go to the Carolinas, did 15 ballparks there in about 17 days. And then this trip, we just looked at how could we see all the minor league ballparks and how could we fill in with the rest of the ballparks in the West Coast League and elsewhere.
Eli Kennel takes a strike, 0-1 the count, 2 down, nobody on, 9-0 Corvallis. Now, did I hear correctly from Bree that you were in Eugene last night at the Emeralds game? Is
That's
that
right.
correct?
We were.
Okay. And do you have the hops on the schedule?
We've seen the hops.
Okay.
We started out just going north from Cowlitz up through Tacoma and Seattle, Everett, Vancouver, Nanaimo, Victoria, back down to Hillsborough, Yakima,
So
Spokane.
you've been to all these places
Yes.
already. Wow.
This is number 14 of 16.
The 1-1 pitch missing down and away to Eli, ball 2, 2-1. So the 2 stops left are what now?
So we'll see. We'll be in Kaiser tomorrow for the Mavericks League, and then we'll finish up with the Portland Pickles.
With the Pickles playing the Knights,
That's
perhaps,
correct.
I think, on the 4th of July.
That's right.
Double
The 3rd of July, so I'm not sure. If it's the
Okay,
Knights
we'll
or not.
miss you then. We're there on the 4th for a doubleheader. Kennel takes a strike, 2-2 the count, 2 down, nobody on. 9-0 Knights in the bottom of the 4th. Dylan Dybrell with a breaking ball that misses. How was the Nanaimo experience? I've not been there.
It was really wonderful. I mean, they've really upgraded that ballpark since they've got a chance to get a franchise, and everybody there was really fantastic. We met the coach, the pitching coach, and the folks and the general manager, Jim Swanson, was very, very kind to us, and we had great conversations with a ton of people there. It was really great.
Kennel fouls one back, 3-2 the count, 2 down, bases empty, 9-0 Knights, bottom of the 4th inning. The left-hander Dylan Dybrell kicks and comes back. The 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. Kennel, with a nice plate appearance, draws the walk, and now Brady Lavoie, who's had an RBI single and been hit by a pitch, comes to the plate. In the note that Bree handed me, it says of you, Matthew Burns, my guest, his father Tom, also here, former journalist and current design director from the Bay Area. You live in Dublin. What kind of journalism were you involved in?
Well, I did newspaper journalism and magazine writing and editing as well as a copy editor down in the San Diego area.
Brady Lavoie at the plate. Dybrell kicks in the first pitch, down and in. Now, your dad's in Hood River. Where did you grow up? Are you an Oregonian that moved?
I grew up in San Diego, and I was there for my first 25 years. He moved up to Hood River after his mom did, and to help take care of her, and has stayed there ever since.
Lavoie fouls one back, 1-1 the count. Eli Kennel at first, 2 down, 9-0 Knights, bottom of the 4th. Through all of this, baseball? I mean, has it been a big part of both of your lives, all your life?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we definitely grew up, watching games all the time. Went to Padres games. They weren't nearly as much fun as they are now.
1 ball and 1 strike. Dybrell to the plate, misses high and away. Ball 2, 2-1. So what was the impetus, though? I mean, who came up with the idea, hey, let's go tour ballparks, and not just major league parks, but all kinds of ballparks?
I kind of fell in love with minor league ballparks in the opening day of minor league baseball in 2019 in a San Jose Giants game. I was with a bunch of work friends, the camaraderie, the community spirit, the games between innings, kids on the field and stuff like that. I was just enthralled with the whole thing. And so I actually did a trip with my son that year in 2019 to all the major and minor league ballparks in California. We had planned the Northwest trip for 2020, as I said.
The 3-1 pitch, you were close to getting a souvenir right there. Every once in a while, once or twice a summer, a ball will come up this way, so you've got to be prepared.
I'll be lively.
Yeah, it's hit over our heads down into what I call Urchin Alley back here. You've got the local urchins who don't even come into the ballpark. They just take their gloves, and they know they're going to get a bunch of foul balls back there. It's a pretty smart play on their part, so that's the first Urchin Alley action tonight. The 3-2 pitch to Brady Lavoie is swung on and missed, strike 3. The inning is over. We'll continue our conversation with Matthew Burns, mapping the path of Pacific Northwest Baseball Tour with his dad, and we're honored that the Corvallis Knights have made their cut, and they're here tonight with us to share some more of their experiences as we go to the 5th. After 4, it remains the Knights 9 and the Port Angeles Lefties nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights.
We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Island Bowl, bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of new world creativity like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
1240 Joe Radio.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Been able to call it amazing. 3 national.
You should have been there this year, too. Yeah.
We go to the top of the 5th inning. A change of pitchers for the Corvallis Knights, who lead it 9-0. Right-hander Nathan DeSchreiber takes over for Joey Gartrell, with the Knights scoring 5 in the first, 4 in the third, and now DeSchreiber takes over with the 9-0 advantage in the top of the 5th against the Port Angeles Lefties. Will Mofler, Travis Helm, and Jesh Leckie, the scheduled hitters for the Lefties. Again, Will Mofler, I'm hoping to find out about Will, whether he might be any relation. The name is so similar, and the name Mofler is not that common. Bill Mofler, an outstanding journalist at the Oregonian for decades, passed away 2 years ago, and I'm going to need to make inquiries to see, and tomorrow I'll ask. I didn't have time to get down on the field before the game to ask Will if perhaps Bill was his grandfather or related somehow, some way. Bill Mofler, an outstanding journalist, and I remember going to an old-timers dinner once, and before the business of the meeting got started, it was a meeting to plan a banquet. Bill Mofler was off to the side playing Stratomatic baseball, and he kept saying, Heine Manouche, Heine Manouche. So I've always associated Heine Manouche, the first player ever thrown out of a World Series game, with Bill Muffler. Now, Will Muffler takes the first pitch from Nathan DeShriver for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2 to Will. Muffler grounded out to second in the second. Nathan DeShriver, with a count of no balls and 2 strikes, helped the Knights win their 5th consecutive West Coast League championship last year. Back again here in the summer of 2022, delivers down and away. 1-2 the count. So help me again, guys, Matthew Burns and Tom, on their tour of Pacific Northwest ballparks. You reeled off a lot of towns and names. There's 16 franchises now in this, so obviously you haven't been able to hit them all.
Right.
But how many in the West Coast League have you visited?
Yeah, so
Nanaimo.
So we started with Cowlitz, and then Nanaimo and Victoria, Yakima and Bend, and then here Corvallis, and then Portland on
Okay,
Sunday.
so that's a goodly number of them, and you get a good sample of this great summer league. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back. How do you size up the West Coast League, for example, with the Northwest League and Hillsborough and Eugene and so on, just in terms of atmosphere and play and so on?
You know, the atmosphere has been awesome and very, very similar. Like it's like I say, it's a community spirit. It's like people are coming out to the ballpark and they're supporting these great kids, you know, living out their dreams and trying to work towards something at a much higher level. It's very supportive. It's very positive, and that's one of the reasons I really love doing these trips.
That's great. I'm really glad again that you've gone outside the. A lot of people want to make tours of all the major league parks, and that's an admirable goal. The 2-2 pitch, high and inside from DeShriver, ball 3-2. But the fact that you want to include the minor league parks and the West Coast League parks. It's good on you guys. I hope that it's been good for you, too.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, on that point, my dad actually did a trip in the 90s of all 28 at the time Major League ballparks in 42 days.
You did that?
Yes, Tom did that. and so that's by train
amazing.
And plane and automobile. You know, I put together a little scrapbook for him.
Oh, that's great.
But minor league baseball is way more fun.
Interesting. That's it.
It's all about the fun.
Yeah. Now, we only have one extra mic. You're hearing Tom Burns' comment in the background there about minor league baseball. You're right. And I really think that what goes on here, too, in the West Coast League with the Knights, you can see the atmosphere here. There's a lot of kids, a lot of promotions on the field during the game, a similar kind of feel to
I would
that.
say so, absolutely. It feels very, very similar to a lot of the other minor league ballparks that way.
Will Muffler hitting a chopper to third. Mason Lee fielded and threw across for the out. Travis Helm now at the plate, grounded to short in his first at-bat. 9-0 Knights, top of the 5th inning. Nathan DeShriver on for Gartrell, delivers a strike, and the count 2-1. The Knights and Port Angeles in the first of 3, with the fireworks night here coming up Sunday night, a 7:05 start. A little late on the fastball. Helm swings and doesn't get it. 2-2 the count. I'm going to ask you, Tom, of all those major league parks that you toured, which did you like the most at the major league level back in '96?
Fenway.
Okay.
Clearly,
yeah.
Fenway.
It's a good choice.
And second was Camden Yards, which had just opened that year, 93.
Oh, 93, okay.
But Fenway, far and away, the flavor of the baseball was just terrific.
The 2-2 pitch to Helm, swung on and missed for strike 3. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you on that. How was Wrigley okay for you?
It was, except they had a weird temperature inversion that day, and it dropped like 25 degrees within 3 innings. And the whole crowd moved over to the right field side to stay in the sun. And I was in shorts and a T-shirt, and I had to leave about the 6th inning.
Miserable, right. Jess, how was Candlestick in that regard? The strike 1 pitch to Jess Jalecki, a fly ball to right. Good jump for Ethan Lovelace. Moves over to pull it in to retire the side. We will wrap up the conversation in our next half inning with Matthew and Tom Burns, who will drop by sharing their experiences touring the Pacific Northwest baseball. Knights 9 and the Lefties nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Hey veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Easy to switch attachments, a smooth hydrostatic transmission. The BX Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the fifth inning, 9-0 Knight. Xander Darby stepping in against Dylan Dybrell. First ball swinging, lofts one to deep left field. Ethan Floodstrom goes back on the ball. It carries over his head, glances off the base of the 14-foot fence in front of the Port Angeles Lefties bullpen, and Darby able to cruise into second. A leadoff double for Xander. Tyler Quinn, the batter, as the Knights try to add to their already formidable advantage. Up 9-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Tyler takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Quinn has walked and singled home a run, also stolen a base and scored a run. 9-0 Knights, bottom of the fifth. We've been enjoying visiting with Matthew Burns and his father Tom as the Knights are stopped number 14 on their tour of ballparks in the Pacific Northwest. The strike one pitch swung on and missed in the count, 0-2. With your stated affection for West Coast League Baseball, Summer League Baseball such as this, minor league baseball, Matthew, the strike two pitch on the way, a ground ball wide of first. Nice play by Moeffler, but then he throws the ball behind, Dybrell covering. The ball goes toward the dugout of the Port Angeles Lefties. Xander Darby able to come in to score to make it 10-0. Tyler Quinn into second base on the throwing error on the first baseman, Will Moeffler. And the Knights with a 10-0 lead. Ethan Lovelace to the plate. Do you still hold a high affection for the major league game? Have you in any way soured it all on that through the years or not?
I don't think so. I grew up in the era where like free agency really started to burgeon and all that, and there was a lot of that feeling going on back then, and I think I've gotten kind of used to that and over that. I still enjoy going to Padres games and major league games when we were down there. But I think I just want to see as much of this style of baseball as I can in as many trips as I can over the years.
Ethan Lovelace takes low and away. Have you ever been to Omaha in the College World Series?
I've not been to Omaha. Would love to go there. I really envy you your experiences there.
The 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled back in the count, 1-1. Well, never thought I'd ever see it, to be honest with you. When I first started doing Oregon State baseball in 1999, Pat Casey was a young coach in the program then, in his fifth season when I kind of joined up in 99. And they had some rough times in those early days in the Pac-10, which that's a whole other issue. Are we going to have a Pac-12 any longer? The 1-1 pitch swung out and missed in the count, 1-2. But Pat built the thing up, and so we got to go in 2005. Jacoby Ellsbury was the leader on that team, and the year in the Pac-10, and the Beavers go to Omaha, and I thought, okay, well, at least I got to go once. Well, we went back the next 2 years and won national championships. It's an amazing city, and they do a great job with it. There goes a runner to third. I'm a little surprised at this with the Knights up 10-0 in the Quinn, and the count to Ethan Lovelace. is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not exactly sure what the head coach, Matt Greeley, is coming out to talk about. But I don't know if he's arguing the call at third. Clearly, Tyler Quinn was safe. And Greeley has made his point, and he wants the home plate umpire, again, to confer with the base umpire to see just what, I'm not sure what the point that the head coach was making. When you're down 10-0, a couple of things may be at play here. One, not happy with, it's possible they're not happy with the Knights running here, 10-0 in the 5th, but also just the general flow of things. He's not in a good mood.
Right, yeah, for sure. It's been a rough start.
Hey, in all of these trips, have you seen any histrionics, brawls, anything out of the ordinary?
Not really. I don't think we've seen any brawls or anything like that, but we did a trip in Greensboro where we saw a big prospect hit a grand slam to win the game in the pouring rain coming down and stuff like that, just like kind of like the natural or something, right?
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of really close games, a lot of great experiences.
Ethan Lovelace.
A 22-minute brawl in Baltimore between the Orioles and the Mariners was unbelievable. Just kept going and breaking out all over the field.
Ethan Lovelace, a chopper to short. Riley Parker throws out Ethan, but on the play, Tyler Quinn comes in to score. The Knights lead at 11-0. Jonah Advincula steps in and takes high and inside, and now Brooke Knight. I'm not sure what Brooke's issue is, but he takes several steps towards home plate. Now backs off. I'm not sure if he liked the location of that pitch from Dybrell to Advincula. The 0-1 pitch, apparently that was a called strike off the bat of Advincula, and they called it a foul. Maybe that's what Brooke was a little concerned about. Advincula takes high and inside. Tom, this Orioles-Mariners brawl, was that recently or back in 93?
1993.
The 1-1 pitch hits Advincula, and Jonah will head down to first. Guys, when I ask you about a brawl, I'm not. I mean, the 22-minute one you saw. I mean, you never forget it. Those things they happen. The Mariners were involved in one the other day, a big one.
Yep.
With a lot of suspensions and ejections. I think 18 minutes worth, and 8 to 10 or 12 people ejected and suspended. I mean, it was a wild scene. You don't want to see it. On the other hand, you never forget it either.
For sure.
The batter is Mason Lee. But in talking about, I don't really want to see anything break out here, and I just feel like there's a little bit of things on edge. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Would both managers come out like that and start talking to the home plate umpire?
Yeah. Mason Lee takes high. The 1-0 pitch hit foul to the right and out of play, and the count 1-1. So have you ever been to a Pickles game? Will this be the first?
This will be the first one, yeah.
Okay, good for you. I love that. The trees around the ballpark, the setting in there, the promotions on the field, the energy level. I think you'll have a great time up there.
I'm very excited. My best friend's joining us that night, and I'm going to be throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, good for you.
So it's a great way to end the whole trip.
The strike 2 pitch is taken, strike 3 call by Mason Lee. Down he goes, 2 down, and Kiko Romero will come to the plate. Kiko has bounced into a fielder's choice for a run batted in, grounded to third, and struck out. The Knights leading 11-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So if you're throwing out the first pitch, somehow, some way, there must be an awareness that you're doing this thing.
I have a Twitter account. Mapping the Path is the Twitter account.
Okay.
I have a website, too, where I do a lot of writing. It started out as a travel writing site. I did do some travel writing there, but lately it's been all about baseball. Mappingthepath.com.
Kiko Romero takes a strike, a delayed steal. Down to second base goes Jonah Advincula. And the count to Kiko Romero, with the left-hand hitter looking for another run batted in, has gone even, I believe, at 1 ball and 1 strike. 0-1, pardon me, to Kiko, with the Knights trying to add to the lead here. The left-hander Dylan Dybrell comes to the plate. Kiko swings and fouls it to the left and out of play.
And if I may, Mike, it's for me, it's like it's spreading the love of this sport. Like I've had a few people on the trip tell me, I've got inspired by what you're doing. I'm going to go see some more ballparks myself. I'm going to take my kids.
That's great.
And they're not even aware that some of these ballparks and these experiences are around them.
Yeah, absolutely. The strike 2 pitch to Kiko. Breaking ball taken, strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for making the Corvallis Knights part of Mapping the Path. You're saying that's the Twitter handle, is Mapping the Path?
That's right.
Okay. Matthew Burns and his father Tom. Matthew lives in Dublin, California. Tom, blessed to be living in Hood River in the Beaver State. It's really great to meet you, Tom. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Matthew, great to meet you. Hope to see you again down the road in some ballpark somewhere, but have a great time, and thanks for sharing some time with me.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you so much. Matthew Burns, his father Tom, you'll find them at a ballpark somewhere as they continue to map the path, a summer tour of ballparks all over the beautiful Pacific Northwest. The Knights get a couple of more at the end of 5. The Knights 11, Port Angeles nothing on 1240 Joe.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat-rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
Looking for someone to service your Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, air-cooled or water-cooled, Independent Auto Works can help. Give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 6th inning, a ground ball off the bat of Adam Paganelli. Eli Kennel to his left, slides into it, pops up and throws a strike to Kiko Romero for the out. Nice play by Eli. One away in the top of the 6th inning, 11-0 Corvallis. Ethan Floodstrom will be the hitter. Floodstrom has flied to left and walked. 11 runs, 8 hits for the Knights. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Port Angeles. The Knights, after losing last night 3-1, have come back in a big way here tonight in thorough command of this opener of the 3-game series. Game 2 tomorrow night at 6:35 with the finale at 7:05, followed by a fireworks extravaganza presented by Oregon State Credit Union. The 1-0 pitch is a soft liner right at Xander Darby, who puts it away. Quickly 2 down in the 6th. Riley Parker, the hitter. Riley has struck out and fouled out. Riley, again, out of Cal State San Bernardino. The Knights 5 in the first, 4 in the third, 2 in the 5th. Behind Joey Gartrell and Nathan DeShriver. Breaking ball misses from Nathan, ball 1, 1-0. Nathan back to the plate. The 1-0 pitch missing high and inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes the count. DeShriver back to the plate and delivers a strike. 2-1. DeShriver did not see any action at Gonzaga this past spring out of Bainbridge Island. Really nice young man. I haven't had a chance to visit with him much here in 2022, but so nice to have him back with the Knights here this summer. Delivers, swung on and foul back. 2-2 the count. Nathan turns and comes to the plate, and the breaking ball slips. Stays high, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. DeShriver back to the plate with a 3-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. First Alternative Co-op is your community-owned grocery store providing fresh, local, and organic groceries since 1970. The co-op makes it easy for you and your family to buy local and eat healthy. Be sure to stop by and enjoy delicious fresh brewed coffee, house-made pastries, a delicious salad, and much more. Everyone is welcome at the First Alternative Co-op. A fly ball into left center field, pretty well struck by Riley Parker, but Jonah Advincula able to go back and grab it. And Nathan DeShriver retires the side in order. We go to the bottom of the sixth. The Knights 11, Port Angeles nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
At Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Hi. We're boring. Directional boring, to be exact. So if you need to run a pipe underground, under a driveway, or under a sidewalk, and you don't want to destroy your yard in the process, the boring people at Albin's Plumbing can help you with your directional boring. Just give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Titus Dimitru, Eli Kennel, and Brady Lavoie in the bottom of the sixth inning. Dylan Dybrell's first pitch, good fastball, swung on and missed. 0-1 to Titus, hit by a pitch and scored in the first, grounded out in the second. Struck to the plate, swung on and missed again. 0-2 the count. Dylan Dybrell out of the bullpen. Tough night for local kid Hunter Kirkpatrick. Dybrell from North Oklahoma College Enid. And again, that's a new one on me too. I've not heard of that particular institution before. Northern Oklahoma Enid. He misses high. 1-2 the count to Dimitru. Dylan back to the plate, breaking ball, a line drive into right center field, base hit. Josh Lucky over to cut it off, a big turn and a hold at first by Titus Dimitru. Nice swing by Titus, taking it the other way. And Eli Kennel will come to the plate. Kennel an RBI single in the first, aboard on an error and scored a run in the third, drew a walk in the fourth. If your home, office, or investment property is dingy, dirty, or worn, we encourage you to call upon family-owned All Pro Property Services. They've helped thousands of companies, investors, and many others get the best out of their properties. From investment renovations, facility services, housekeeping, and move-out cleans, All Pro Property Services has the bases covered. Ground ball to second. Kodami to Parker for one and on to first for the double play. Eli Kennel grounding into a 4-6-3 twin killing. Two down, and Brady Lavoie will come to the plate. Brady, an RBI single in the first and scored a run, has been hit by a pitch and struck out. Two down and nobody on in the bottom of the sixth. 11-0 Corvallis. Under the lights, a pleasant enough evening, although a little bit of chill in the breeze. Lavoie pops one up into shallow left center field. Going out is the shortstop, Riley Parker. Stays with it. The wind continuing to blow it out. He did a good job, did Riley, to stay with it, make the grab. And the Knights are gone in the sixth. Through six, the Knights 11 and Port Angeles nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany, online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium of Coleman Field, the Corvallis Knights 11 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Port Angeles, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. To the top of the 7th we go. A new pitcher in for the Knights, Caleb Cantola. The Knights have used Joey Gartrell and Nathan DeShriver. And now Caleb Cantola into the ballgame here in the 7th. Cantola, 6'7", 200-pounder, out of Monmouth and Central High School up the road. Ready to go to Weston Penninger, who has struck out and singled to left. Cantola's first pitch. Fastball in there. 0-1 the count. Caleb competing at Lipscomb University in Nashville. The strike one pitch on the way. Pop foul towards Urchin Alley, and it'll land in the alley with the wind pushing it back. 0-2 the count. Lipscomb in Nashville, which is the title of the film that I consider Altman's magnum opus, Robert Altman. Nashville, circa 1975. I think his best overall film. The strike two pitch, chased and missed, strike three. I bring up Altman only in that, a great filmmaker. MASH is tremendous. And some other great works from Altman. One of which I've never seen, hear good things about, Shortcuts by Altman. But in Shortcuts, it's a series of vignettes from what I hear. But one of the cuts, or one of the stories developed in Shortcuts, is A Small Good Thing that I alluded to earlier by the pride of Port Angeles, Raymond Carver. I've never seen it. Is it a good adaptation of the great short story? Is it a good film? I don't know. The strike one pitch, Mason Person swings and misses. And the count 0-2. But I'm a fan of Altman, and thus would perhaps like to see Shortcut someday, particularly if they took on Carver's brilliant short story. The strike two pitch from Caleb Cantola. Fastball a little bit low, and the count 1-2. To Mason Persons. Anthony Kodami on deck. 11-0 Knights in the 7th. The 6'7" right-hander out of Lipscomb. Delivers, got him swinging with a fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Caleb Cantola. 2 down, and Anthony Kodami the batter. And again, my apologies. I'll learn the proper pronunciation of several of these young men that I've been a little bit confused about when we get to Game 2 tomorrow night. 6:35 first pitch, 6:25 pregame. Cantola making his 5th appearance, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts, a record of 1-0. He delivers a one-hopper to the shortstop, Xander Darby, who backhands, throws low. Kiko Romero able to dig it out, and the inning is over. Very impressive work by Right-hander Caleb Cantola, 2 strikeouts and a ground out, and we are through 6.5. To the bottom of the 7th we go. The Knights 11. And the Port Angeles Lefties nothing. This big crowd on this Friday night. T-shirt giveaway night from Corvallis Custom on their feet singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." At the end of 6.5, the Knights 11 and the Lefties nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the it's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis. Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
1240 Joe Radio.
The first pitch of the bottom of the 7th inning delivered by Dylan Dybrell, and a line drive off the bat of Xander Darby, but right at Ethan, the right fielder, Jesh Leckie, who makes the catch. One pitch, one away in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tyler Quinn, the batter, has walked, singled home a run, and scored 2 runs. Tyler takes low and inside from the left-hander Dybrell. 1 ball and no strikes the count. 11-0 Corvallis. 5 in the first and have been cruising ever since. Dybrell delivers a strike. 1-1 the count to Tyler. Ethan Lovelace on deck. Dybrell kicks and comes back with a 1-1 pitch. There goes the bat. Pinwheeling over the head of the Knights players into the netting above the dugout. The pitch foul back, and the bat twirling above the Knights players' heads into the netting on the third base side. All is well. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brooke Knight, they're playing the tape message from head coach Brooke Knight about fans, be aware, ball or bat can come flying into the stands at a moment's notice. That one fortunately grabbed by the net. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 down. Dylan Dybrell has done a good job. It was a rough outing for Hunter Kirkpatrick. Dybrell has given up 2 runs since coming on in the 4th. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Knights leading 11-0. 5 runs in the first, 4 in the third, and 2 in the 5th. 2 down, nobody on. And Logan Johnstone is the hitter. Logan taking over offensively now for Ethan Lovelace. And the first pitch to Logan. An 0 pitch, a strike, and the count 1-1. Logan Johnstone at the plate, hitting .262 with 6 runs batted in. Dybrell delivers the 1-1 offering, low for ball 2. 2-1. 2 outs, bases empty on a cooling Friday night, 1st of July. The 2-1 pitch missing for ball 3, 3-1. I see that Sunday, I think that I saw, we know we got to be approaching the 4th of July, when I saw a 30 or 40% chance of rain on Sunday. The 3-1 pitch, a jam job, rolled slowly foul up along third. The count goes full, 3-2 to Logan Johnstone. And it is a cool enough night here tonight, too, to tell us we're not into full deep summer yet. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Ibrell, a solid 1-2-3 inning. He's faced the minimum in each of the last 2 frames. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dillon. We go to the 8th. The Knights 11 and the Port Angeles Lefties nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she got all the tools she needed, and they showed her how to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
This is Oscar at the Natty Dresser. Join us for our July 1st Friday celebration from 5 to 7 p.m. The theme this month is Red, White, and Blues. What a great way to start the Independence Day weekend. Sample refreshments, enjoy live music with Lona Capaci, shop our in-store specials, and get a gift with purchase. Remember, there are several other shops in downtown Albany that will be staying open late for the festivities. First Friday, this Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Natty Dresser, located at 2nd and Broad Albin Street in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 8th inning, 11-0 Knights. Caleb Cantola to Will Mofler. And the first pitch is fouled back by Will. The strike one pitch, a 2-hopper to Xander Darby at shortstop. Xander up with it and throws across to get Will Mofler. Caleb Cantola has retired 4 straight. Travis Helm will come to the plate, the designated hitter. Travis has grounded to short and struck out. Caleb kicks and comes to the plate. Swung on and hit foul into Urchin Alley. No balls and 1 strike to Helm. If you live or work in one of 24 Western or Central Oregon counties, you're entitled to membership privileges and the full financial services at Oregon State Credit Union. You can join online at OregonStateCU.com or at one of their 12 branches in Oregon State Credit Union. The proud sponsor of the big fireworks night coming up this Sunday night, July the 3rd. The pitch to Helm is high. Cantola back with a breaking ball down. Ball 2, 2-1. Jesh Leckie on deck. Top of the 8th inning, 11-0 Corvallis. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Cantola evens the count at 2-2. Mini bat giveaway night tomorrow night, 6:35. The first pitch is scheduled. We'll be on the air at 6:25. The 2-2 pitch missing for ball 3. Mini bat giveaway presented by Starker Forests. 3-2 the count to Travis Helm. 1 out, nobody on in the 8th. Cantola to the plate. A 3-2 pitch is hit heading above the Port Angeles dugout. On the first base side, it remains 3-2 to Helm. The 3-2 pitch very high to the backstop. Ball 4. Travis Helm down to first. Jesh Leckie to the plate, has grounded to third and flied to right. Matthew Burns mentioning that his tour of Pacific Northwest ballparks with his father, you can follow along on a Twitter handle, Mapping the Path. That's the name of the Twitter site, Mapping the Path. They took a video here of their time up in our little broadcast area. They recruited a gentleman, a stranger, depending on the kindness of strangers, as we all need to from time to time. And he took a video, and that'll be posted on their Twitter side of the conversation we had earlier. Jesh Leckie takes outside. The 1-0 pitch to Jesh is lifted into shallow center. A long run and too long for Jonah Advincula. I'm surprised that Xander Darby gave up on the ball at short. Darby needs to go out, and I'm not sure he can catch it, but he didn't even go out on it into shallow center, and Advincula with a long way to go. I'm not sure what Xander was thinking there. But that's a play, that's a ball that he's probably the only guy that could catch it. Now, I'm not sure that he could, but he didn't make an effort on it. And so I'm not exactly sure what that was about. Leckie gets a bloop single to center. Travis Helm into second. Adam Paganelli, the batter. The third hit of the night for the Port Angeles Lefties. 2 on, 1 out. Paganelli takes high, ball 1. 1-0. But you heard Matthew say that he's had some people tell him that they have discovered ballparks in their area they didn't even know existed because of seeing something on Twitter or somewhere else in social media about this tour of ballparks, and they have begun to fall in love with some of the ballparks in their own area and the teams in their own communities they weren't really fans of before but are now. Paganelli with a count of 2 balls and no strikes with 2 on and 1 out. Swings and it's a line drive to right field. Logan Johnstone moves in to make the catch. Nice catch by Logan, 2 down. And Ethan Floodstrom will come to the plate. Ethan is flied to left, walked, and lined out. And I experienced that just last night in going to the Hamlin Sports Complex in Springfield, and some friends of mine came. I invited them to the game, visited with them during and after the game, and after the game they made inquiries with Jamie Christopher, the general manager for the Drifters. As we were leaving the ballpark, I introduced them to Jamie, the GM there, and they inquired of Mr. Christopher, how much are season tickets? We had a great time. We want to come back. The 1-0 pitch missing inside for ball 2. I'm going to hit Christopher up for my commission on that. But I was glad to, in a very real sense, to have introduced friends to West Coast League Baseball in Springfield last night, and they had a great time. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 on and 2 out in the 8th. 11-0 Corvallis. The 2-0 pitch is hooked foul down towards Casey Corner, and I hope that glanced off an empty chair down there and not a person. That thing got into the stands in a hurry, and we put the binoculars on it, and it appears that everyone is okay. There's some people walking through the Jack Riley concourse with big smiles on their faces, so it appears that all is well. 11-0 Knights in the 8th, 2 on, 2 out. Cantola delivers a high pop fly to left field. Titus Dimitru waiting for it to come down. It does. He makes the catch. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, a hit, 2 left. After 7.5, the Knights 11 and Port Angeles nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany, online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
For auto glass solutions, better call the Glass Man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the Glass Man.
Auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better better call the glass man. 760-2277. Call the glass man.
1240 Joe Radio.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that, John. And I'm either not. Bottom of the 8th inning. John dropping by to lament with yours truly about the news that we're all still reeling from and staggering from and trying to come to grips with. Those two schools in Southern California deciding to bolt after, it's only been 107, 108 years of history. And let's just bid farewell to it. Just, hey, that's it. We're gone. We're off to play our friends in the Big Ten. I'm not, I understand it, but I don't like it. I don't have to like it. The big money grab for schools that are already in pretty good shape when it comes to that, but always need more, don't we? Anyway, they're gone. So what that means for the rest of our lives together in the Pac-10, 12, whatever it's going to be, the Pac-8 again, the PCC again, I don't know. Anyway, bottom of the 8th inning, here we go. Jonah Advincula at the plate with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. I've been grateful to have Knights games to not have to think too much about it, but then John just came up and said, what about USC and UC? Oh, yeah, I know. That did happen, didn't it? The 1-1 pitch to Jonah Advincula hit foul to the left and out of play, and the count 1-2. That's what I think about it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, the Knights nothing in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dybrell to Advincula, a soft liner in the air to the left of Mason Persons. Mason makes the catch. 1 away. Mason Lee has walked, lined out, hit into a 6-3-2 double play and gotten an RBI. And Timo Becerra will actually get the at-bat here for Mason Lee in the bottom of the 8th inning. Timo from Stanford, and there's talk. I mean, I heard so many things yesterday. We've all heard so many things. One thing about the poor Pac-12, they found a way to be the only thing being talked about in the country, even with NBA free agency and all of that, and GP2, Drew Eubanks, with GP2 and Drew Eubanks together on the Blazers. Oregon, Washington, I've heard talk of them to the Big Ten. The Big Ten says they're kind of done for now, but the operative phrase is for now. The 1-1 pitch in there and the count 1-2. And that, of course, the two L.A. schools leaving, a huge blow to the Pac-12. But the conference isn't gutted in a sense yet. The 1-2 pitch taken, strike 3 called. If it stays as it is, I still think a Pac-10 is viable. But if anybody else leaves, not so much anymore. Although if the Arizona's left, then you're back to kind of the old Pac-8 model, but without USC and UCLA. Kiko Romero, the batter, 2 outs, nobody on, 11-0 Port Angeles. These are things I know that we will be preoccupied with in the months ahead. It's nice to have Knights baseball here in the interim. Kiko taking a strike, 0-1 the count. 11-0 Corvallis, bottom of the 8th. Romero hits one slowly to Moeffler. Will charges gloves and takes it to the bag himself. We go to the 9th. The Knights are 3 outs away from a shutout and taking game 1 of this series with Port Angeles. After 8, the Knights 11, the Lefties nothing. On 1240, Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals,
alterations,
make
this a 2-minute break, please, Garrett.
Shirts.
And then,
the
do you have to play spots at the end? I noticed you did last night.
In the heart of historic downtown Albany.
You know, I don't. It seems like we got plenty of spots in. If we take a 2-minute break, I'd like to have enough spots in. You can play the billboard when the game's over.
Some plumbing projects don't have anything
I can't
to
hear
do
you,
with
so
water.
I'll just wait and see. Don't worry about it.
We also work with natural gas and propane lines. So if you need a gas line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water heater,
At Albin's Plumbing's 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
1240 Joe Radio.
Brady Maylett, the new pitcher for the Corvallis Knights. I had the pleasure of meeting his father, Mitch, last night in that smallish gathering down in Springfield. Brady Maylett ready to go with an 11-0 lead in the first pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. The call to the bullpen, sponsored by All Pro Property Services. They've got the bases covered at All Pro Property Services. Our thanks to their sponsorship of pitching changes here for the Knights. Ground ball to third. Picked up by Timo Becerra, and he throws over to first for the out on Riley Parker. One away in the top of the 9th inning. Weston Penninger, the batter, has struck out twice and singled to left field. I hear Bobby Merwin going with Penninger inside in the press box, even though that was not one of the names that the coach highlighted as a questionable one. Penninger swings and rolls one slowly foul. I hope to get the definitive version tomorrow. No balls and 1 strike the count to Weston. See the Ewis family here tonight. There's Michelle and Tim. Good to have them in the ballpark. Good crowd, 1,535 at Goss. 0-1 to Weston. Mason Persons on deck. The strike one pitch hit high in the air, foul off third. Timo Becerra, Tyler Quinn. Becerra comes as far as he can. And then the ball, though, hits just in front of him, glancing off the front of the Knights dugout. Not sure he had the best of jumps. In the count now, no balls and 2 strikes to Weston Penninger. With 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 9th inning. The Knights scoring 5 in the first, 4 in the third, 2 in the 5th. Have been in complete command of this ball game, up 11-0. No balls and 2 strikes to Weston Penninger. Brady Maylett works out of the stretch with nobody on. Delivers, swung on and rolled, slowly foul. 0-2 the count. Brady making his 7th appearance. He's had a good summer. 7 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts, a record of 1-1, an ERA of 3.52. Brady to the plate, swung on and foul back. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Very little contact made tonight by the Port Angeles Lefties. A couple of bloop hits and only 1 really solid hit. It was Penninger, and he takes in the turf. 1-2 the count. 2 bloop hits and a single by Penninger. Dominant pitching by Joey Cartrell, Nathan DeShriver, Caleb Cantola, and now Brady Maylett trying to finish it up. The lefty to the plate, taken down and in, ball 2, 2-2. 6:35 tomorrow with a 6:25 pregame mini bat giveaway night presented by Starker Forest, the first 250 fans to receive Knights mini bats. The 2-2 pitch from Brady Maylett misses down and away, ball 3, 3-2. Maylett, 6'5", 220 out of South Jordan, Utah. The left-hander's numbers have been good. The 3-2 pitch swung on and hit foul on the right side. Kiko Romero comes over, and he has enough room to make the catch in front of the Port Angeles dugout. 2 down, and a nice job by Brady to fill up the zone. The one thing on the numbers that a little out of whack for Brady Maylett, the numbers of walks, the free passes, and so he's able to throw a strike 3-2. Didn't lose Penninger. He was ahead of 0-2. Gets him out on a 3-2 pitch. We'll see a batter now from Mason Persons with 2 down in the top of the 9th inning. Kemet Brown out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Now, I looked up Kemet Brown's name. The head coach, according to our public address announcer, said, yeah, that's Kermit Brown. And Bobby Merwin, I think, went with Kemet. When I looked him up online, I saw Kemet Brown out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and Nick Madrigal country, Elk Grove High School, the great Nick Madrigal. First pitch to Kemet, swung on and missed, 0-1 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Former Corvallis Knight, Nick Madrigal. Maylett, strike 1 pitch, a ground ball wide of third, a diving try by Becerra, 1-hop throw to first, not in time from Xander Darby, but a good play by Xander just to get to it. Kemet Brown, an infield single with 2 down, just the 4th hit of the night for the Port Angeles Lefties. And that will bring to the plate the second baseman, Anthony Kodami, which again, I think our PA man, Bobby Merwin, has been rendering Kadoma. Yeah, he has. Kadoma. And again, if that's what he was told, but again, that wasn't one of the names marked. Coach Greeley went through a list, said, okay, these are the names we need to give you, and he highlighted them. Good to see you, Casey. A pitch on the way to Anthony Kodami. I don't know how Kadoma could come out of it. Thanks, Casey. Good to see you. Okay, I got it. You want to give it to me? Go ahead and write it down on the fan. The 2-0 pitch on the way. A chopper wide of first. Kiko Romero goes to get it and then has no one to throw to. I don't know quite what happened there. That should have been the end of the ball game. Maylett a little late to cover. I'm not sure if anyone covered second. I was handing my number off to Casey over here, and so I didn't quite see how that thing all unfolded. My apologies on that. First and second, 2 down. Will Mofler, the batter. Did Maylett break the cover or not? Okay, and so there was no. And did the shortstop cover second? Okay. I'm asking my producers over here, the Weiss family. Darby did cover second. Brady was late breaking to cover first. Thanks, Casey. Okay, I got it. I got the pitch on the way, rolled slowly foul up along third. Thank you. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Will Mofler. The 1-1 pitch. Taken a little bit high, ball 2, 2-1. Strong gust of wind blowing through here, nearly blowing things away. I got enough weights here now. Thank you. 2 balls and a strike, 2 on, 2 down. Maylett to the plate, ball 3. This one needs to get over with. I'm just saying, the game should have ended moments ago. It didn't, and now things are blowing wildly up here. 3-1 the count to Will Mofler. Not even sure how you would score the Kodami. That's got to be another. The pitch on the way is a line drive base hit to right field, which is going to spoil the shutout. Very disappointing. Rounding third and coming in to score. The throw to second is not in time. 11-1 in a game that should be over. And the Knights losing a little bit of the concentration, but I can empathize with different things. Kemet Brown coming in to score. And the batter is Travis Helm. Helm swings and hits one foul down the right field line and out of play. No balls and a strike. 11-1 Knights in the top of the 9th inning. 2 on and 2 outs. Brady Maylett, I'm not exactly sure, just a lapse of concentration, not racing over to first to cover. And Kiko Romero really didn't have a play on the chopper wide of first. The strike 1 pitch is in there for strike 2. And here we go, a strike away with 2 on and 2 out and a run in for the Port Angeles Lefties in the top of the ninth. The strike 2 pitch, a soft liner caught by Kiko Romero, and that will do it. Port Angeles averts the shutout with a run on 3 hits in the top of the ninth inning, but a tremendous night for the Knights as they defeat the Port Angeles Lefties 11-1 in the series opener. We'll be back with a wrap after this on 1240.